Good morning and welcome to Gospel Bytes, where we take a bite of the Gospel for the day. Today is Tuesday, March 3rd. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Glory to you, O Lord. This is from Matthew 23, verses 1 to 12. Jesus said to the crowds and to his disciples, "The scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' chair. Therefore, do whatever they teach you and follow it. But do not do as they do, for they do not practice what they teach. They tie up heavy burdens, hard to bear, and lay them on the shoulders of others. But they themselves are unwilling to lift a finger to move them. They do all their deeds to be seen by others, for they make their phylacteries broad and their fringes long. They love to have the place of honor at banquets and the best seats in the synagogues, and to be greeted with respect in the marketplaces, and to have people call them Rabbi. But you are not to be called Rabbi, for you have one teacher, and you are all students. And call no one your father on earth, for you have one Father, the one in heaven. Nor are you to be called instructors, for you have one instructor, the Messiah. The greatest among you will be your servant. All who exalt themselves will be humbled, and all who humble themselves will be exalted." The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. Okay. Jesus speaks about the scribes and the Pharisees who have the position or the authority, the teaching authority, whom the Jews should obey. But they should not be the basis. Their example should not be the basis. Yes, you listen to them, but do not follow their examples, because it's just like any person. They are no different. They're all sinners as well. So sometimes we do this at church too. We expect our priests, our teachers, our nuns, our ministers to be perfect. And yet we don't expect that same perfection from ourselves. As if, yes, they know a little bit more than we do, but when it comes to application in life, it's a different story. You can read and know the Bible. You could even memorize every verse. But to practice is a different story. So Jesus is saying, respect the authority. That's why we have the hierarchy, who most often than not are not perfect, but they are given the authority and the positions of teaching. Now, Jesus also mentioned that we should be humble enough that we should not put ourselves above others. He said, don't call anyone teacher or father or instructors or rabbi. I guess the teacher and the rabbi is pretty much like teachers or instructors. He said, don't call anyone that. It's not like, what do we call the teachers in school? We call them teachers. Our parents are also our teachers. What Jesus is saying is, there is not any one of us who is the true source of knowledge. We cannot say, I am the one who invented this, and out of nothing I invented this thing. King Solomon wrote in the book of Ecclesiastes, there is nothing new under the sun. Anything that we are teaching, we are only handing it on to others. Even today in medicine, they think, they've discovered this kind of medicine. When then we discover that the ancients of old have already used herbs and which are more effective than what we have discovered today. Nothing is new under the sun. There's nothing that we can teach that is from us. It's only handed on to us. So we cannot really boast that I am the teacher. I have to append something in my name to say I am the discoverer. I'm the father of this invention. Another title, he said, is father. Of course, we do have our biological fathers. We have we call fathers the founders of some techniques or ideas, some sciences. But what Jesus is saying is that technically, yes, they are our fathers, even our biological fathers, they help in our creation, but technically, our only father is God, because He alone is the one who created us. The others are just, you might say, cooperators. The priests in the Catholic Church are called fathers, not because we are greater than others, but because it shows us the relationship. That if you have biological fathers who give you birth, we have spiritual fathers through baptism that they facilitate in giving us birth. No, but technically it is God Himself who gives us birth in the spiritual life. No, the others are just cooperators. St. Paul calls himself the Father. Abraham is called the father of the faith. So it does not nullify their fatherhood, but strictly speaking, the only one who is the source of all life, of everything, is God alone. No, nobody among us can really claim that we are greater than others. We are all equals, humbly. We cannot boast of anything, because anything more than we, anything that's praiseworthy comes from God alone. I'm Father Jerry Sembrano for another edition of Gospel Bytes. God bless you. Have a nice day.